What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video. And the reason why I'm so excited is because Lothar Matthäus, who is a Germany and Bayern Munich legend, has claimed that the Thiago to Liverpool transfer deal is pretty much done and all the final details just need to be negotiated because Liverpool already agreed a 4-year deal with Thiago, who is 29 years old, and he is available for a cut price figure of around £30 million, and Liverpool feel that that is great value for money for a midfielder who is world class and who can still have a 3-4 year career at the absolute very top of European football. If you are excited about this move, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, so you never miss the latest and greatest Liverpool and football news on this channel. So Lothar Matthäus said that Thiago is set for the exit door at Bayern Munich. He's leaving Bayern Munich. They already tried all they can to convince Thiago to stay, but Thiago said he's leaving. And also Lothar Matthäus claimed that he would perfectly fit into Liverpool's midfield and Jurgen Klopp's current vision for Liverpool going forward. So Thiago had been in discussions for well over a year with Bayern Munich on a new contract, but those discussions never materialized in terms of a new contract, was never signed, so they didn't conclude the discussions with signing the contract. And Thiago is looking for a fresh new challenge, and the Premier League and Liverpool would exactly provide that. Reports last week claimed that Liverpool had already agreed personal terms with Thiago on a contract, and it's now between Thiago and Bayern Munich to negotiate a contract between each other. And Lothar Matthäus was asked about the future of Thiago, and he said this: with Thiago, I'm pretty sure the signs are suggesting that it's a goodbye from Bayern Munich. And also the reason that Thiago almost broke down crying after the German Cup final, his final game at Bayern Munich, is probably the reason why he's leaving Bayern Munich. And he was pretty emotional because he won 7 Bundesliga titles with Bayern Munich in a row, which is an incredible achievement. But you can understand why Thiago wants a new challenge, wants to experience something new, something fresh in his career. And Lothar Matthäus also said, what are the reasons would Thiago have for not having accepted Bayern Munich's offer? Liverpool are obviously very keen on Thiago, and he would absolutely love the football, the team, and Thiago would fit perfectly with Jurgen Klopp, with Liverpool's tactics and playing style. And even Bayern Munich boss Hansi Flick said that time is running out on Thiago agreeing a new contract at Bayern Munich. He said this: the thing is, I always have hope. I'm actually always very positive about things. I also know, of course, that when you are at a certain age and you have already played in the Spanish league with Barcelona and in the Bundesliga with Bayern Munich, you feel the need to experience another big league. That is quite normal, and that is also human. I'm trying my best to make sure Thiago stays here, and that you can convince him to stay. But that's one thing that time will show. We still have the Champions League ahead of us now, and we have a lot of plans also together with him. So yeah, maybe Thiago, he hasn't played his final game yet because Bayern Munich still have the Champions League to play for. They are already pretty much through to the next round, having won 3-0 against Chelsea in the first leg. I think the Bayern Munich manager himself saying that Thiago wants to experience a new league, having won La Liga with Barcelona, having won the Bundesliga 7 times with Bayern Munich. It's pretty obvious that Thiago wants the third big league, the Premier League, and also Liverpool are looking for a midfielder exactly like him. And James Pearce also said that it's possible that Liverpool are going for Thiago. I have been told it's not impossible that Jurgen Klopp goes for Thiago. He rates him highly. He's available, Thiago, and he's very keen on moving to the Premier League. However, his age, his injury record, and the fact that Liverpool have already so many options in midfield maybe count against it happening, but certainly it's a possibility. And I think it will go down to finances, whether Liverpool can allow Thiago to be signed, whether Liverpool have enough money to make the deal happen. But I think with the transfers of Lovren, Shaqiri, maybe Harry Wilson, Marco Grujic. We are selling 4 or 5 players in the summer, and also Lallana is leaving and he was on like almost 100k a week. We are freeing up a lot of wages, and we are also getting even more money in than Thiago would cost, and also we are losing 4 or 5 players from the wage bill, so it more than makes up for what Thiago would cost in a transfer fee and in salary. And Jurgen Klopp didn't rule out the transfer either. When Jurgen Klopp was asked in a press conference after the Aston Villa game what he thinks about the Thiago rumors to Liverpool, he said this: "Would you be surprised if I didn't answer that question? He's a good player. I like Thiago a lot. He's a world-class player, but like many others out there, but I don't talk about other clubs' players." And previously, when he was asked about the transfer, he would categorically rule it out, like with Mbappe, that Liverpool just have no financial possibility to sign him. But this time, he didn't rule out the transfer categorically. He just said that he likes Thiago a lot. He's a world-class player, but he doesn't want to answer the question. So I think that is also telling that there is a big possibility if Liverpool can afford Thiago financially, then we will make it happen. Maybe Liverpool are just waiting a little bit until the Premier League season concludes so we can see the full financial picture and what kind of revenue streams are coming in. And also maybe there will be some more information on when fans will be allowed back in stadiums, because that's when Liverpool can plan properly for the financial future of the football club. The respected journalist David Ornstein said that Liverpool like the brilliant Spanish playmaker Thiago, and also Thiago himself would love an Anfield switch. He would love to play for Liverpool, and he represents value for money. This is what he said. The mutual admiration is clear between Thiago and Liverpool, Thiago and Jurgen Klopp, but that doesn't mean that the deal will 100% happen. My impression is it will come down to finances and whether Liverpool can afford to buy Thiago outright this summer. David Lynch, another very respected journalist who is working for the Evening Standard newspaper, said this on the Thiago transfer. Thiago has just a year remaining on a deal he last extended in 2017, and he is believed to be keen to take on a fresh challenge elsewhere. According to Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, Bayern won't stand in the player's way should an offer materialize, as they do not wish to lose him for nothing next summer on a free transfer. He said, "We haven't had contact with Liverpool, but if he wants to go there, we will have to sell Thiago. We are negotiating with him, but it seems as though he wants to try something new at the end of his career. We don't want to lose him for free. I'm clear about that." And as Rummenigge alluded to, and as David Lynch continues, Liverpool are the club who have been most strongly linked with the swoop for Thiago. Reports originating in Spain last week suggested that Liverpool had already agreed personal terms with the midfielder, and they were just beginning negotiations with the Bayern Munich. And if Thiago is truly looking for a new challenge, it would make sense for him to move to the Premier League. And as the reigning champions, Liverpool are surely the most desirable destination for any new arrival into the league. And still, with Thiago's desire to depart Munich now publicly known, don't be surprised if other clubs from other parts emerge in the coming week. Jurgen Klopp remained tight-lipped when asked about the prospect of signing Thiago in his latest post-match press conference. He said, Jurgen Klopp said, "Thiago Alcantara is a really good player. I like a lot of other players as well, but that's all I have to say about that." Liverpool continue to privately distance themselves from a move, insisting Jurgen Klopp is well stocked in the center of midfield. Thiago's age and fitness record also do not make him an obvious target for Liverpool, who have tended to target younger and more robust players on their FSG. I mean, his fitness record is great, just that this season he had some small knocks and he was sometimes missing for a few weeks, but he didn't have like huge injury problems this season, and certainly not before that. And David Lynch continues, while the club insiders expect another quiet summer at Anfield, they admit that could change in the event of player departures. It remains to be seen whether Jurgen Klopp would be able to resist signing a player who Jurgen Klopp has long admired for an absolute bargain transfer fee should a vacancy in midfield appear. And yes, Liverpool could lose some midfielders. I think Marco Grujic, Harry Wilson, Lallana are probably leaving Liverpool, so that would mean Liverpool need to replace at least Lallana in the squad, I think, and Thiago would be the perfect replacement, because only Kovacic and Thomas Partey this season have a similar dribble success rate. If you look through a number of seasons, there is no one better than Thiago in terms of centre midfielders, and he's also very good in defending and interceptions, because in the 2019-2020 Bundesliga season, Thiago had 20 appearances, he scored 3 goals, and he has shots, 0.9 shots per 90 minutes. He has 1 key passes per 90 minutes, but 3.6 dribbles per 90 minutes, which is really, really awesome. And also his dribble success rate is 85.5%, which is absolutely crazy. And his interceptions per 90 minutes are 2.3 interceptions, and also his match rating on WhoScored.com is 7.47, which is like 7.5 match rating on average. Is absolutely amazing, and I think that Liverpool would do very well if we signed Thiago. But I also want to throw in a different view, because former Liverpool defender Jose Enrique said this about Thiago. If Liverpool get Thiago, definitely he's going there, because Jurgen Klopp has called him and told him he's going to be a starting player often. I believe he will be a very, very good player for us. But how much do you want to spend on this team, and for how many years is he going to perform in your team? That's what you have to look at as well. I'm not sure it would be the best fit, but he's an unbelievable player, there's no doubt about that, and he would make the starting lineup. I think he would be a great fit, because yes, Liverpool have Naby Keita, yes, we have Oxlade-Chamberlain and Curtis Jones, but Naby Keita and Oxlade-Chamberlain are very injury prone players. There hasn't been a season where they have been fully fit for the whole season, and also because Liverpool are always in 4 competitions at least every season, you have to rotate the midfielders who run a lot for Liverpool. So I think that Liverpool would do very, very well in signing Thiago. I think he's just too good of a player to turn down for 30 million pounds. That's what I honestly think, that he's just such a brilliant player. It would be financially not too difficult to sign Thiago. I mean, it's not like a 50-60 million pound player, and he wouldn't command the wages of somebody like Timo Werner commanded. And another journalist in The Independent said this about Thiago: he is undoubtedly world class, among the very best in his position. There are no asterisks over his quality, even though Thiago's age is above the profile Liverpool usually go for. The only co-player signed under Jurgen Klopp over the age of 25 has been the transformer Van Dijk, who absolutely transformed Liverpool. That would not count as a big issue given his ball retention, Thiago's progression abilities, attributes as well. His major asset is speed of thought, with his genius centering around a really, really awesome understanding of play rather than quickness of feet. You have to understand who you are giving the ball to, if he's left-footed or right-footed, and secondly, to know the move. That's what Thiago said when he explained about the art of the pass in February. If it's a move where the defense is very hard, you are going to open play. It has to be faster and inside the center half. It's 2 things: you read the player and you read the play. I think for every team to understand that intensity of pass is essential. Apart from that, you don't just give a pass for the sake of it. You give a pass specific to the game and to the play. And that's just brilliant coming from Thiago himself. And with Liverpool conscious of guarding against the squad aging together, which would require a rebuild rather than a continuation of advancement, wouldn't it be counterproductive to bring in someone that aids what they are trying to avoid? Chuck into the mix that most recruits, especially those in midfield, have needed a lengthy period to adjust to Jurgen Klopp's specific requirements. And yes, it complicates this transfer. Fabinho, among the top 3 defensive midfielders in the game, had to wait until October for his first league start after signing in June. But you signed Thiago for 4 years, so I don't really agree with this point. Yes, it would take probably 2 or 3 months for Thiago to get used to Jurgen Klopp's specific way of playing, but he has a 4-year contract. He would have a 4-year contract at Liverpool, so I don't see that first 3 months as an issue. You don't sign these players for 1 year, you sign them for 4 years. And also, Thiago would really rejuvenate this squad. Remember that this Liverpool squad didn't have a major signing come in for like 2 years. I mean, yes, Minamino is a good signing, but he's not a Thiago. Thiago is an established Spanish international. He's one of the best midfielders in the world. He won 7 titles with Bayern Munich. So he comes in as a big name signing, and it would really rejuvenate the Liverpool squad. So I think Liverpool need this signing. Really, definitely. That's just my opinion. But let me know what is your opinion in the comments below. And thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. See you later, guys. Goodbye.